Hey guys, it's LEGO Boys E3. This is my review on the world's largest mass-produced 3x3. So this cube right here at 18.5 centimeters is the world's largest mass-produced Rubik's Cube. The only place I could really find for you to buy it online is at cubezz.com, which is actually a decent store. The shipping takes a long time, but it's only $34, which is a pretty good deal for this cube. If you compare the size of this puzzle to a standard 3x3, you can see that each cubie is bigger than a normal 57mm puzzle. That's really big. And if you compare it to my biggest puzzle, which is a Gigaminx, which by itself is a pretty big puzzle, it's just tiny compared to it. And so yeah, this is a really big puzzle, and that bigness is pretty much the one main cool thing about it. It's really fun and interesting to solve and figure out the best way to do it, the fastest way, kind of try and speed solve it, figure out how to do finger tricks, all that kind of stuff like that, and show it off to your friends. Besides that, it's kind of just like an average cheap cube. You can see here that all the shades are just kind of the normal shades that you would expect for a cube like this. I have actually lubed this cube, which creates a pretty smooth feeling when you're turning each of the layers like this. I had just this old silicone stuff laying around that I wasn't going to use, so I just dumped a ton of it in here. If I were to describe the turning of this cube, besides just being smooth, it is a little bit bumpy because of all the pieces kind of hitting on each other more than on a normal cube, and because of the kind of friction. And yeah, because of the friction, it's not very fast, but you don't really need a cube like this to be fast. I guess you could say this cube corn cuts a little bit. You see it can do this little tiny bit right there if we put a lot of force into it. But really the one main problem with this turning of this cube is the sticker-less parts don't line up perfectly. This isn't a perfectly flat surface. It kind of goes, there's a difference from the height of this piece to this piece. And so sometimes if the pieces all line up in just the wrong way, they can get caught in each other. So this piece will get caught in this piece, and maybe this one and this one and this one and this one. You're trying to turn this layer and it just will not turn. It doesn't happen very often, so I can't really demonstrate it, but you just kind of have to like move it around a bunch, maybe turn some other layers first and try and turn it the opposite direction, and eventually you can get it to go, but it can be kind of annoying while you're trying to solve it. So yeah, lockups are a little bit of an issue on this cube, but if we just take it apart and take a look at the mechanism, you can see here it looks like there's barely anything holding on to the centerpiece, but it doesn't really matter. You see there's actually quite a lot of plastic right there, a lot more than you would have in a normal 3x3, so it's actually plenty to keep the pieces in because it's just so huge. And yeah, the mechanism just works fine. It looks pretty cheap, but it actually works pretty well. So let's just take a look at a solve real quick. So overall, the turning is okay. You don't really need a complex mechanism for just a big cube like this. All you need for it to do is to work. The turning's smooth, a little bit bumpy, not very fast, and it locks up quite a bit. But anyway, it is a pretty fun puzzle, and if you are a collector like me, I definitely would recommend this puzzle. And if you like showing off your cubes to your friends, and you want a really cool cube to show off, then go ahead and get it. And there we go. Like I said, you can get this cube on cubezz.com for $34, and that's pretty much it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!